We'll see. All right. Anyways, hey, I'm gonna back clean up here. That's a sports term. Not sure how much sports is big here. But anyways, my name's Glutch, and I have the extreme honor of being one of Jordy's good friends, and actually he's one of my good friends. That's the honor there. But anyways, I'd like to welcome you all to the 27th edition of the Jordy and Dani wedding extravaganza. Some of you think that this might be it, but actually before brunch tomorrow, Jordy and Dani are going to ring the bell at the New York Stock Exchange. JetBlue is very happy that they're going to get it done. But all jokes aside, what a great event. I'm extraordinarily honored to be up here. Jordy, it's unbelievable. It's funny, I was sitting with my wife the other day, and she was giving me a hard time because she wanted to know exactly kind of what I was going to say. And one of the questions, she's like, you know, when exactly did you meet Jordy? And it took me a second, and I was like, well, it was around September 1996 when he was kicking my ass at ping pong in Tennessee Hall at the State University of New York in Tennessee. And I did the math, and I was like, holy cow, that was a half a lifetime ago. And it really is crazy how long Jordy and I have been friends. It really blew my mind when I took a step back. Put that anywhere. But no, Jordy and I have been friends for a long time, and it didn't take us long to become very quick friends. Jordy has an extraordinarily good sense of humor, a little dark if you ask me, but it's all but that's why we became such good friends. And the one thing I want to talk about, because I'm sure at this point after 4 speeches, you guys are like, all right, let's wrap this shit up. And I was able to say that because Sarah also dropped that word earlier. And I'm still trying to get over the fact that she dropped poker analogies before my speech. That was pretty impressive. But no, the one quality that Jordy has that many of you in this room, you know, who have been touched by him, is that Jordy is his own man. He doesn't mess around, and I think that's because of the great parenting that Mike and Elaine gave to him. For those of you who know, both Scott and Jordy, they don't really care what the rest of you think. They do what they want. And to give you 3 examples, Jordy really does have a big set on him. He really is. And what I mean by that is the temerity that Jordy has.
Put that anywhere.
I mean, Jordy, I'm not sure if many of you may know this story. I know Scott alluded to it a little bit. But earlier, I think it was 8 or 9 years ago, Jordy went on a sailing vacation. And he went to St. Martin with Jimmy and a number of other guys. And all of a sudden, after having such a great time, he had no problem emailing his boss and saying, you know what, thanks for the memories. It's been real. Take her easy and Zeus. That's no joke. I'm not kidding. He literally quit his job because he's like, I want to experience this right here, right now. And that does take that takes a pretty big set. And as you all know, I mean, Jordy and Dani have done it their own way the whole time here. Another quick example is of Jordy's temerity is some of you may know this story, but I once gave Jordy and I had kind of told Jordy that I was in the business of trying some different types of investments. And I gave Jordy a significant sum of money. We don't need to worry about that right now. And I asked him to wire it to Antigua, and he had no problem doing that. And certainly the last example I'll give of Jordy's big set is that he had no fear on his first date with Dani. And this really, stay with me here, folks. He had no fear on his first date with Dani to give, his idea of a 5-year plan, of marriage and lovemaking and such. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Chat with him in about, 3 or 4 years. And when I found out, I first met Dani a couple of years ago down at a big function for my good friend Kyle coming back from Iraq. And she told me the story of how Jordy had told him this on the first date. And I knew right then, this is it, stud. It's not going to get any better than this. For fear of stating the obvious, we all know that Jordy outpicked his covers here. Unfortunately, when you have a good friend as such as Jordy and your life takes you in different directions, and we haven't gotten a chance to spend as much time lately as I would have liked. And I've gotten a chance to know Dani a little bit, not as much as we will over the next few years. But as I've gotten a chance to know Dani and understanding what an incredible woman she is, not to mention the fact that she puts up with, Jordy and all of his hair, that she is quite some woman. She is smart. She is beautiful. She has a terrific sense of humor. Not to mention the patience that she puts up with all of us. But Jordy, you've been one incredible friend throughout the years. We've had some incredible times, and I really do look forward to spending the next 40 or 50 years, although I'm not sure either one of us is going to make it that long. Forever. And I really can't wish you guys enough happiness. And I thank you so much for allowing me to speak here tonight, but more importantly, over the next 2.5 hours here, let's celebrate a great time. Let's not be afraid to get down on the dance floor and do a few shots.
Yeah.